hello, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Are in Lake Charles Regional. Beautiful A320. Now, this is a flight that SkyWest flies. They don't fly the A320, obviously. But I like the A320. I'm having a lot of fun flying it. This is the Phoenix version. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. The plane I want to use. I'm super excited. And this will be the first time, the very first time, I'm going to be trying the taxiways that I edited in what SAYINTENTIONS calls Taxi Tuner. So, really quick, I'll show you that. I've done a video of it. I've also did an hour stream of it this morning, so I've been pretty busy doing some stuff with it. Now we're actually going to see how everything out. So the airport code is ALCH. Taxi information. So I've made adjustments to it. Here's my default. Here's one it's using. Here's my name. Here's the time I did it at. And so we have all that information. So we're going to see how this all plays out today. Very, very interesting. I'm expecting runway 2 departure. Ways. I think. If I'm reading that correctly, that's what we're looking at for our departure out of Charles. So let us, without further ado, get this plane rolling now. So we're going to turn on the external power. Batteries 1 and 2 are going to come on. Navs are going to start getting aligned. Pump 1, 2, pump 1, 2, pump 1, 2. Okay, pumps are good. Food supply on. I have my honeycomb alpha where I can flop some of those switches. Standby on, and emergency exit, no smoking, and seat on. Alright, so majority of that's going. Get the master APU rolling, and give it a couple of seconds. Get started. Alright, that's going good. Moving on over to the tablet, I have the United background. Phoenix, import our flight. So Lake Charles to Dallas. That's all looking bueno. What I like to do now is go into the mass, load the aircraft. Or do that actually. Let's go down here. Have announcements properly. Back over. Okay. Alright, load the aircraft. Miss that. Then what I like to do is up here to the guy here. Need this next. Hit that button, and calculate. Okay, we got our flex, which is 58. Now we're gonna go down yonder. Okay, so we go here, tap request. Pull the information from Simbarif. Takes a couple seconds. Here we go. We put in our call sign, which is our flight ID, sorry. By West 95. Bam. And have our cost index 40 at flight levels. And our flex was, already forgot. 58. Pop that in there. Okay, all good. Next, where we can auto do this stuff. So here, and we go back to this guy, and I send this off. Big do. Back over this guy. That. Now that's all populated. Go to performance. That's all populated. So flaps 3 for the departure. Go to flight plan. We have a runway 3 departure expected. Departure runway 2. We have no SIDS. That. Okay. And we're going to go directly to CRIDE. Back to this what that is, but here, go to Pride, R-I-E. Couple seconds. Okay. And now, in Dallas, they're expecting runway 6 left. 6 left. One. 3-1. Ride. Dirt. Couple seconds. All right. Goes. Disco. That. Up. All should be fantastic. Good. Okay. I like to go here next. Oh. Right, waiting for the IRSs to align still. All fine. What do we have next? Curves being set. Good. And not to worry about that just yet. Okay. We can now tune into our SAYINTENTIONS for ATIS. Let me get my pushback going as well. Use this screen up at the top. Okay, I guess there really isn't a lot of places to back up. So, that. Okay, now let's bring up SAYINTENTIONS up on the screen. There it is. And let's tune into ATIS. 11875 for ATIS. Switched over.
3. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery on 126.25. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Oscar.
Oscars are information, and
Lake
I just
Charles.
noticed that. Okay, huh? Good. Oh, that's broken, sorry. Well, you'll just have to hear it today. Alright, we'll bring that going. And we can get our clearance now to Dallas. Let's see, on clearance 12625. I am good. Great, let's start. Clearance, good mornings. SkyWest 510, like to pick up its IFR to Dallas Fort Worth National. We have information, Oscar, and are ready to copy. Oscar, right? I need to write down these information. I always forget. That short-term memory seems. Alright, well that's figuring out his life. Let's go over here and go to Big.
SkyWest 510, Lake Charles clearance cleared to Dallas Fort Worth International. Radar vectors cried, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.8, squawk 6475. Expect runway 23 for departure.
823 departure, squawks in, all good. Clear to Dallas Fort Worth International. Radar vectors cried, then as filed. Climb up to 4,000. Expect flight level 340 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.8. Squawk is 6475. SkyWest 510. Okay. And we'll get going over to ground momentarily.
SkyWest 510, read back correct. Expect runway 23. Contact ground on 121.8.
Over to ground next. So go on over to ground. Ground, good morning. SkyWest 510. Request push and start. Do what I want to do down here. Actually, I was gonna clear out the company message.
SkyWest 510, Lake Charles ground. Good afternoon. Push and start approved. Information, Oscar is current.
Alright, pushback is approved. Let's go ahead and get our pushback going. So we have all this set up. We can go back over here, ground services, Close the door. Close all that stuff. Okay, we're switched over there. That's all good. And these park and brake. Start to push back. Start engine number 2.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Okay. All good. We can start getting our flaps rolling down as well. Are also going to on that. And flaps, what was it? 3? Flaps 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you.
Alright, engine number 2 is looking good.
Welcome to your American Airlines flight.
That's really loud.
On its way to one of our many destinations across the globe. Made possible by our dedicated team members.
Okay.
We all do it for one reason.
Let's see if my hard work paid off.
That's why your safety is so important to us. So let's go over some in-flight instructions
Engine.
so that we can...
1, or sorry, 2 is good, and 1 coming up next.
To buckle your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten.
I've heard this announcement a billion times because it's the default announcement I have for A Pilot's Life, the expansion.
Now,
I just edit out the American name. It sounds really good though.
Carry-ons are placed all the way under the seat in front of you, and your
It's
tray
not specific to an individual plane,
carry-on luggage
which is why I used it.
If you have a handheld device, please switch
Engine number 1 is coming on up. Let's get our ground clearance, huh?
and contact a crew member for assistance.
Lake Charles Ground, Skywest 510, request taxi.
Oh, Alpha Bravo. Continue taxi turn right at the next intersection. Hold short of runway 27.
Continuing taxi turning right at the...
SkyWest 510, runway 23 taxi via Hotel Juliet. Contact tower on 120.7 when ready for departure.
Runway 23 via Hotel Juliet, Skywest 510. Hotel Juliet is all correct. It didn't have Juliet 2 on there. I can't remember if I actually did that on this airport or not, but it has Hotel and Juliet, and that is beautiful because before it was definitely not there. So it does work. It is 100% does work. Let's put up right quick. Got a couple seconds here. Into the port. Okay. So ALCH. Alright, so here's the modifications I made. Hotel Juliet here. See, get hotel. We go to Asobo. Oh, I look at that one. Look at that. I don't want to click that button because I don't want to break it. Oh, maybe I can't. Dang, I was gonna try to take a look to see. How I can look at that, but I guess I can't. Never mind. Dang. Okay. Anyways, we know it works, right? That's the cool part. Alright, bleeds off. Master APU off. Taxi lights on. And we are park and brake release. We're starting our roll out of here. That's so cool. Alright, and flaps 3 still need to be set.
If you have any questions, please refer to the safety card.
Ground spoiler is armed.
Do their final cabin check.
Hera is on.
Let us know if there's anything we can do to make your journey more enjoyable.
Gosh, now I really want to know what it was. I don't want to make that switch and it breaks something.
American Airlines. You are why we
But that's
Hawker 511, Hotel Alpha, follow the Falcon, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
it's so cool that it works.
Following the Falcon, holding short of Charlie Hawker 511
Say
Hotel
intention's
Alpha.
really loud for you. Not for me, so I'm turning it down. I just don't want to turn down too low.
Cabin crew, seat
Alright, cabin sign. That's all ready to go.
Tornado 892, Tango Oscar, runway 27, line up and wait traffic on final.
Runway 27 line up and wait. Tornado 892 Tango Oscar.
Do our config test. All good. So if you watched any of this morning's videos, I had two. I had taxiway one I launched. Here's Juliet from hotel. It's so cool, so darn cool. And I also did about an hour's stream of a couple of airports that I did some work with the taxi tuner. Really, really cool. What I'm really excited about is when you can. I don't know if you can yet. I guess I'll have to ask this in their Discord. But I wonder if you can currently see other people's modifications and select that. Because if that's the case, I will be more than happy to take requests. It's such a cool thing. A very cool thing.
Embraer 225 Echo Mike, follow the Falcon, then continue to gate Charlie Tree.
Following the Falcon, continuing to gate Charlie Tree, Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
Once we get in the air, we'll talk a little bit about the announcements that they made yesterday on their special
Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha, proceed to the ramp
live
via taxiway Echo, contact
live
ground
video
on 121.8.
Brian did. Talk about that a little bit. And I'm not quite sure if we're going to do 2 flights, 1 flight. I'm not 100% sure. Mike, up on. Doesn't seem to know that information, so I think the time I spent on that might have been wasted.
Bravo, hold short, runway 33.
But it might come in time, so something I probably will continue to do. Alright, we are switch over to tower. That's not tower, that's clearance. Tower 1207. And let's put in our departure 119.8. On 2. Tower, good morning. Skywest 510 holding short, runway 23 ready for departure. Lights on.
Skywest 510 Lake Charles Tower, winds 270 at 12 runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Skywest 510. Okay. Cleared for our departure. And on departure, we are going to go to right to head towards Cried. Alright, so we have a shorter runway here, so I'm going to rev up this engine, get us up to flex. Oh, I forgot one thing. Hold on a sec. On everything first. One important thing I forgot to change. What is that? Forgot to change the toga. I know it. Signed. Very quick. They call it something weird, I think. Not just call it toga. Here we go. Auto throttle. Auto throttle. Change that. Oh, that button's not working. Never mind. We aren't gonna. Honeycomb is. Must be completely broken now. Is that armament? Okay, whatever. Let's go. Is a bit windy.
371 Bravo, Charlie, make right traffic, runway 29, report midfield.
You gonna be able to get off the ground here?
Making right traffic, will report.
Hopefully.
Warrior Tree 71 Bravo Charlie.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Fine. Plenty to work with. How's the right gear going up? Alright, we'll fly runway heading for a little bit. Definitely bouncy up here though. Let's go ahead and make our turn towards Cried. We weren't given any instructions, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it. Flaps going up to 2.
Skywest 510, contact departure on 119.8.
9.8, let's switch on over. Departure, SkyWest 510, 1,600, climbing 4,000. Down to climb.
Skywest 510, Lake Charles approach radar contact. Turn right heading 300 vectors to Crade, then
Overshot that, wasn't paying attention enough. Alright, flaps full up. Turn right heading 300 vectors to Cried, SkyWest 510. Alright, we've been cleared up to 340, it looks like. Get us back on course. Still on hold for a sim update 15. Nothing new. I'm on the beta still. The Lonely Skies. Thank goodness I have SAYINTENTIONS to keep me occupied. Alright, AP's gonna come on. I think the biggest holdout for sim update 15 is the Xbox. They're having some major issues on the Xbox side of things. Alright, I'm going to turn down the volume from in-sim. Okay. And all looking well here. Get up to 10,000 and turn off our landing lights. Yep, same old, same old. Yeah, it's been delayed now. What is it? It was initially supposed to come out early April, right? Or was it late March? I think it was late March now.
Skywest 510, contact Houston Center on 126.9
Over to 126.95, SkyWest 510. Houston Center, SkyWest 510, 9,000, climbing flight level 340. Still has an issue sometimes where it just doesn't respond to you. See the information went through, it just like, I'm not talking to you, I don't want to talk. Alright, landing lights are turned off. I'll look there. It's a pretty short flight overall. It's, like I said, it's only 150 nautical miles, so we'll be cruising for a very little bit of time. So we'll prep our approach in a little bit here. We'll give it a little bit of time. How does the beta run on your? Oh yeah. So I'm on the PC of course, and it runs really well. I have zero issues with it whatsoever. Actually, I had no issues at all with the beta. From the very first sim update. Sim update 15 beta. What they call it, beta 1. No issues whatsoever with it. It ran perfectly smooth. There were some issues that I've noticed in the early builds with like the tile pop in or the draw distances being reduced. That seems to have been fixed for the most part. I don't really notice it anymore. If there are issues with that, it's typically because of SOBO servers. You know, that is what it is with that. Outside of that, really the Inabil's A320, I just had issues with that aircraft. Nothing like terrible. It functioned
Audi
fine.
156 transition level at Lisbon is
It's just
FL
performance
060.
issues, and then there was some navigation issues as well. But so for me, it's been fine. It's been fine. Okay, 6 left approach is expecting. Start free.
Delta 401, clear direct to Delta Alpha November VOR. Clear direct to Delta Alpha November VOR, Delta 401.
Yeah, you know, and this is what I've kind of been worried about is the Xbox is it's a powerful system for a console. It's very powerful, but it also has its limitations. And we're talking something as complex as Flight Simulator. You're really pushing the boundaries of the Xbox. You're really pushing the boundaries. You know, people do fly this on a low-range PC. There's no doubt they can do it, but the performance is a bit rough. And you can do some tweaking and stuff to make it all work. On the Xbox, you really don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to the tweaking settings. So, as a flight simmer, you look at it 2 different ways. You're like, oh, well, now we gotta wait for the crappy Xbox, to make sure that's up to date. But then you also have to look at it as, well, it now opened up the doors to more consumers, more people that are interested in flight sim. That means more revenue for SOBO and Microsoft, which means more money being put into the simulator, right? It was just released on PC. Who knows how popular it would have been? Would it have been as noticeable, on the gaming websites and benchmarkers and all that jazz, if it wasn't also on the Xbox to open up the floodgates of new people? So,
Alaska 99.
and I have to look at it both ways. I'm happy it's on the Xbox because there's a whole bunch of people that fly it on the Xbox that just don't have the money to buy a PC or aren't interested in the PC, aren't knowledgeable enough on the PC. So an Xbox is fantastic, right? I left the PC world for about 2 years, and I went to consoles, and I was having a good time. But eventually I got back into PC, got back into flight simming. Had this have launched on the Xbox when I was going through my transition, I might not have jumped back to PC. Because this is actually one of the things that I felt I was missing the most with my flight sim. So, interesting to think about it. It all plays out. I do wish this was working. I really do. I don't like bringing it up on the screen because it seems to mess with I have G-Sync. It seems to mess with my G-Sync if I have anything on the screen while frame generation's on the background. I don't have any scientific evidence of that, but it seems to be the issue. I can attempt to... Let me see if I can try this, but I tried this before and it doesn't seem to update it. Let me try something. Capture...
Qantas 118 contact Melbourne Center on 123.35.
Yeah, see, if I do that on the screen, it doesn't update actual information. It does with like Navigraph, but it doesn't for some reason with SAYINTENTIONS. Not quite sure why.
Maintain flight level 350.
So gotta be the way that their program is. So I guess we can't have that. Tried it. I have a 5-year-old system with 16 gigs of RAM, 1070 and 4.5 hertz. Yeah, see, 3035 is a great number for the sim. For the visuals this sim offers, that is fantastic numbers, in my opinion. I've chased frames too much over the years, and I've upgraded my system substantially, because this is what I do the most, flight sim, and I want to have the best experience I possibly can in this simulator. So I have a 4080, I have a 14700 processor, I only have 32 gigs of RAM. But it runs great, you know. Like I'm getting right now, 100 and 120 frames, or 160 as cap is. So I say that's pretty good. But I'm also in the middle of nowhere. Get to Dallas, it'll be dropping down to probably 30. I mean, not 30, yeah, down to 60. Alright, let's start getting our approach information in, because we are getting closer and closer to our destination. Alright, so we have 2985. Temperature is currently 20. Wind is gusting up to 15, but it's 320 at 10. And comes 88.
Radar study on 56, approaching the top of descent.
So that is all set in there. We're expected to land at 8. Is the time fixed today? Yeah, like a minute, but it's fine. Yes, hold on. Yeah, yesterday the time was off by like 20 minutes.
Yankee Tango Oscar, contact Munich radar on 129.45.
Okay, so we have that all set. We have nothing else to worry about at this point. Let's see, arrival we have for our waypoint.
SkyWest 510, contact Houston Center on 134.8.
Okay, so 4,000 I'm going to put here. Oh, hold on, we're not even out of our cruising altitude yet. 4. Bad.
Contact London radar
Alright, I
on
guess we'll
131.3, project 6380 heavy.
switch on over to Houston Center. Houston Center, SkyWest 510, flight level 280, climbing 340. Mostly on high. That's really impressive, Steve. Very impressive.
SkyWest 510, Houston Center. Good afternoon.
I think I'm running mostly high as well. For me, like, I like between, I feel most comfortable between 70 and 80 frames.
KBM 8, Yankee Romeo Whiskey Tango Oscar Munich radar.
Below that, I can notice some of the weird stutters. You know, it's fine. I also use head tracking, not so much when I do streams and get people sick and dizzy. So I try not to do that, but with head tracking, having higher frames makes it a lot smoother actually to use. It feels more natural. Alright, 4,000 more feet to climb, and then we're cruising for, what, 20 nautical miles, and then we're going to start our descent part. To be on the ground here within the next 30 minutes, 30-ish minutes. So I did look at Dallas. If you watched the stream earlier this morning, I did look at Dallas, and Dallas does have the correct taxiways. So it'll be interesting to see how we do here. Now there is an issue that the Intentions currently has. So they did integrate the Navigraph taxi information. And that's several airports throughout the world. I can't remember the exact number. I want to say 1,000, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
Hawaiian 104.
Anywho, there's an issue if a runway intersects another runway. I think that's how it is.
Air Canada 121, Edmonton Center.
Where there's a taxi instruction across, then you'll get the taxi at your own discretion. Fail safe. They're working on figuring that out, how to code that properly. They said it's no big deal, and they'll get it done here soon. So we'll see if we have that issue coming into Dallas. I don't think Dallas has that issue. I think they're all parallel. I don't think there's anything crossing real. So I think we should get instructions in Dallas. I try Ultra, not good. Directed 11. Oh yeah, that little program I tried that program just out of curiosity. See if I can get anything different. Is it called like Auto FPS or something? I actually seem to cause more issues for me than without it. So I didn't use it, but it definitely, I've seen people use it, and I've seen some pretty impressive. I've been on DirectX 12 for the frame generation. I haven't used 11 for quite a while. Bought my 4080 a year and a half ago almost now. I can't believe it's already been a year and a half I've had this thing. Crazy. But I think the only thing I really want to upgrade on this system I have is some RAM, and I'm kind of waiting on doing that because if I'm gonna do it, I might as well just go DDR5. I still have DDR4, and at the time that I got this new board I have, DDR5 prices were higher, but I held off on getting getting a DDR5 board. But now the prices have come down. Plane doing something funky, or is it adjusting for wind? No, it's doing something funky. How's it doing? Should be going to Cried. Why is it?
Jacksonville Center, November 500 Sierra Bravo, request altitude change 10,000.
Direct to Cried. Okay. Try that. That's weird. There's another announcement coming Thursdays. Yeah, thank you. I was going to talk about that in the sky. So, yeah, Thursday is the next Vectors to Final. Very excited to hear what big announcement they have up their sleeves now, because it seems like they always have something cool coming out. The pricing, they did say that. Right, what is it doing now? Is it going to go the other direction? Okay, no, it's leveling out. Okay. Okay. So, pricing, they said they'll have some information in June at the Flight Sim Expo. And it'll be interesting to see what they do. I'm predicting $5 to $10 decrease. That's my feeling.
Saudia 156, descend and
I know people really want to see it drop down $15 or so, but I don't see it's going to happen. I think $5 is probably going to be what happens. And that's, I think, in my opinion, that's a pretty big deal. $25. In my opinion, $30 is fine. But, you know, my lifestyle I have and finances and what I do and all that jazz, I can spare $30 a month for it. I understand that some people can't. I 100% understand that, and I understand some people wouldn't get the full benefit of of a $30 ATC. Totally get that.
FedEx 389.
But the amount that I use it, I feel I get the most bang for my buck.
2000 FedEx 389 heavy.
So I think 25 would be very much reasonable. 20 would be amazing. I think it would really open the floodgates to a lot of people to jump on in. I think 20 bucks is really a really good price for that. But yeah, we're not going to get down to 15. But they did integrate the new chat GPT-4 yesterday. As soon as Brian kind of got in Discord, he was typing away, and within an hour he was able to integrate that technology into SAYINTENTIONS. The improvements to the response has been just phenomenal. Almost cut in half, almost. So, for example, we're going to try right here. Houston Center, SkyWest 510, flight level 340. Alright, so that was at 47. So, 8 seconds.
Houston Center, roger that. Got it, thanks.
I think that trimmed off about 2 to 3 seconds off a typical call. That's not bad. That's not bad, I think. I was thinking if they came down to 20, I'd be all over it right now. It's... yeah. 20 bucks, I think, is extremely, extremely reasonable for this type of product. I know people don't want to pay the subscription. I understand 100% where you're coming from, because I'm anti-subscription as well. Very much so. So much to the fact that I will not pay for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all of these. My wife has to do that because I feel I can't justify it. I don't use any of those enough to pay the full amount. Only one I pay monthly or yearly for is Disney Plus, and that's because I use it enough that I'll benefit. I'm a Star Wars nerd. All the Star Wars stuff on there, all the all the new stuff coming out. I definitely watch it enough to spend the, what is it, $150 a year for that. I get my bang for the buck. I don't for Netflix, Prime, Hulu, HBO Max, all those. I don't get my money's worth in those, so I won't spend the money. We have Walmart Plus that comes with Paramount Plus, and I would never pay for that. And we have Comcast or Xfinity, which includes Peacock, and I would never pay for that either. So I totally get the subscription thing. I'm anti-subscription as well. The only subscriptions I pay for outside of this Disney Plus is SAYINTENTIONS, and then YouTube Premium. And that is all I pay for subscriptions. I was going to say prescriptions. So I 100% get where people come from. I hate them too. World we live in, unfortunately. And this type of product, unfortunately, does require it because of its instant, or it's always needing to get information from a server, from AI. AI right now, to where it is currently in development, it requires computing power, major computer power. So the unfortunate side effect of having cool, easy access to amazing AI like this, pay the price. And in a couple of years, who knows? Who knows what will happen? You know, maybe in a couple of years, SAYINTENTIONS will be able to do everything remotely within Brian's establishment, and they won't need to outsource through APIs, and maybe they can make it a one-time fee, well, $50 for the year or something. Who knows? Kind of like Navigraph does, right? You pay yearly for Navigraph, or you pay monthly for Navigraph. And that's something I don't understand. Like, people, they're complaining about the subscription stuff, but you're paying subscription for Navigraph. You don't have to. There are free options you can use. Well, but you're paying a subscription for that. So, you know, I don't understand the everything. You're so against SAYINTENTIONS because they have a subscription model, but you're comparing it to Beyond ATC, which doesn't and does, right? Depending on how you look at it. they're both two different products. They complete a very similar task, right? Hoist ATC within Flight Simulator, but they're two differently built platforms. And I think that's where there's a lot of hostility towards a subscription model with SAYINTENTIONS. Welcome on in, welcome on in. I'm impressed with Brian's openness on what they want to do. He is super transparent. Any thanks for the love there, appreciate it. He is I posted this I think it was yesterday in their Discord, but that is like one of the biggest things that I've noticed right from the get-go from SAYINTENTIONS is they are very passionate people. They just care about the product. And I remember when Beyond ATC came out, okay, when that launched, and if I was working there, I'd be a little nervous, right? You don't know a whole lot about what Beyond ATC is cooking up. You know, very little information was provided outside of the demo videos that they did. They're slowly trickling it out to some of the content creators. But I would have been nervous, right? Like, oh crap, you know, we put a lot of money into this product, and we might be closing up shop soon because of this other product.
Expect the ILS runway 36 left approach into Dallas via the Buree 2 arrival.
Perfect. The Buree 2 arrival is what I'm expecting, and 36 left. Fantastic. That's all good. I haven't found any videos or streaming.
Mooney 567 Bravo, Charlie remain clear of restricted area 250 tree.
EQ Treats, what do you mean by that? I haven't found any videos or streamers doing the AT.
Mooney 567 Bravo Charlie.
Are you talking about like VATSIM? Or like there's what's it called? Towers? Towers 3?
Fort Worth Center. Descend via
That's
Buree
you
2 for
play
the
that as an
ILS
ATC,
runway
but there's
36
not
left
it's not
approach
AI
into Dallas.
driven.
Altimeter 2980.
Descend via the Bree 2 for ILS 36 left approach to Dallas. Skywest 510. Alright, so we got our approval for descent. I have a yearly subscription. Yeah, I have the yearly subscription to the Navigraph as well. Because I know I'll take full advantage of it.
Fort Worth Center. Descend via Buree 2 for the ILS runway
It didn't hear me.
left approach into Dallas.
It thought I said,
Altimeter
do you send
2980.
via... I don't know if it doesn't hear descend very well, or if it's just me not enunciating it very well. It's probably me. Let's try it again. Descend via the Bree 2 or ILS 36 left approach into Dallas, Skywest 510. Okay, there we go. That's one of the biggest hiccups I have so far with the SAYINTENTIONS. Alright, so we are at almost at our top of descent. Bing around, bing. And landing. We're gonna exit to the right. Quickly way
Flight
the one echo
level decrease.
there. We'll hold, see how our ground handles. Alright, let's go ahead and start our descent now. Yeah, like VATSIM or VAT ATC, I know it's not AI driven. I've been trying to find someone actually crazy. Everyone's line AI ATC. I don't think there's an AI ATC available yet. The only one that I can think of is a program called Towers.
Cirrus 446. Sierra Papa remain outside Bravo airspace contact
Tower
approach
Simulator
on
3.
123.45.
Remaining outside
This
Bravo,
one here,
switching to
on Steam,
123.45, Cirrus 446 Sierra Papa.
you play as a air traffic controller. but it's not real people. It's all generated by the computer. It's not AI. On sale, 35. I thought about buying it a couple different times. The reviews are pretty decent. There's a guy named Jeff Faviano. He's a YouTube streamer. Well, Twitch streamer, sorry. But he has some videos up on YouTube. He's done a couple videos of it. He does it every few weeks, I think. He throws a video up of hours. I'd highly recommend checking out his videos. Jeff Faviano. Mostly does Grand Theft Auto stuff, but he definitely does some of the Tower Simulator 3 stuff. He's a very, very knowledgeable person. He actually just got certified for VATSIM, doing ATC there. So he's on there from time to time, and he also does videos of that too. So definitely check out his stuff. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy. Very, very knowledgeable with ATC and as a pilot as well.
Cross Myler at flight level, tree 10. Crossing Myler at flight level, tree 10, Spirit 117.
If they didn't have an age restriction on being a real air traffic controller, I would have probably pursued that a few years back. Unfortunately, when I kind of got interested into it, I was a few years older than what's allowed. I think it's what, minimum is like 25 years or something? I can't remember exactly, but it's definitely something I would have pursued. I know it's a super stressful job, super. But I also feel it's very rewarding. Very rewarding. And it's really cool. You're guiding planes in. What's cooler than that, right? That's so cool. So cool. 27, that sounds about right, yeah. But it'd be really cool.
Beechcraft Hotel 137, Bravo, Nuke Info, good afternoon.
Alright, coming up. E3, so we're pretty darn close. We're a little high. But right now, SAYINTENTIONS doesn't really do a great job at bringing you down correctly. And apparently Phoenix doesn't like doing that either. We still have 2 nautical miles, so we might just be right at it. I like flying, but I also want to try to be ATC on VATSIM, so I'll check out Jeff. How do you spell his last name? Let me grab it real quick here.
402 Papa Echo.
Grab it for you. Alright, there's his channel. Faviano. He also has the Faviano Live, I think, as well, but it's linked in his main channel there.
Direct to Blanc intersection, southwest 912.
I get jealous because he has a really cool setup that he does this flight sim streaming. I want it. Very cool. He's also sponsored with Thrustmaster. He gets all the cool Thrustmaster stuff. I think he gets it for free. I'm jealous about that too. I want that for free. I want to be sponsored by Thrustmaster. No, I don't actually. I'm a very honest person when it comes to products. Like I tell it how it is. I really do. And I'm an affiliate with SAYINTENTIONS. And I'm not expecting much of anything financially to come out of it. I'm just super excited to showcase their product and do these streams. Like, this is real life. What you're seeing is not edited.
Airliner 87, contact Miami Center
Right?
on
And I love doing
122.525
these because you
whenever
get to
you're
see
ready.
it live in action. No cuts. Nothing special. No props set up, right? Don't have the flight I did here. It's a flight directly from pilot's life. right? Here's the flight. So I'm not setting anything up. I'm not like, oh, but I know it's gonna be perfect because it was yesterday perfect. I have no idea.
Altimeter 2988.
I did the Lake Charles airport edit this morning. I didn't know it was gonna work. It was well, let's see what happens, and it worked. People go hard on it. It's awesome. It would kill me. And be sponsored. Yeah, look at it. I'm very I'm very pro-consumer because I'm a consumer, and I work hard for my money. I don't have a lot of it, so when I want to buy something, I want to buy something that's gonna be beneficial to me. Approach kind of seems funky. I noticed it. Why are we going out there and then come back in?
Marshal Control, Project 6380 Heavy, good afternoon, flight level 340.
Oh, we'll see what happens. I'll keep following it. Yeah. What's that mean? Once my say intentions work. Broken. Alright, let's go up here and up here. Our new ATC, our altimeter going 2908. X-plane 11 or 12. If so, how does it? I haven't used X-plane in a long time. Prior to Microsoft Flight Sim coming out in 2020, I used X-plane 11. But then Flight Sim came out here, and fidelity, incredible, visually. Aircraft's physics may or may not be better in X-plane. That's, I think, up to the user. But the actual graphics of the world are superior than Flight Sim. Like, this is superior. It's no competition. Yeah, you can add in, like, ortho and all that jazz. And sure, you get it something close, but it's not as simple and not as beautiful. The biggest thing is people have said that the flight physics are better in X-plane, the graphics are better in Flight Sim. Again, I think that's a personal preference, 100% personal preference. Our airport is, I think we can see it right there. And there's our runway we're scheduled to land on. I still don't know if this is something that actually they do in Dallas, or if it's just... Yeah, what is the default? 100? Oh, it's over 100 gigs, I think, for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Then you talk about all the add-ons. I have a drive that is dedicated just to Flight Sim. Okay? And it has all the add-ons. Here is my drive. So I have a 1.2 terabytes of Flight Simulator. That's the base game and all the add-ons I have. Technically, there's a few other add-ons I have that are not in the community folder. I appreciate the subscription there, DQ. Very much. Thank you so much. So yeah, I got a couple add-ons. This plane for one.
NMSA 12000, ATR 987.
What's gonna happen here? Are we gonna actually get handed off to approach? Because I still don't know if this is correct, and I'm concerned about that.
Squawking 5422,
SSD. SD. So in my system, I have what 6 drives, 5 or 6 drives. I think it's 5. One is an HDD. Besides that one, terabyte, and I use that one just for files I don't need to access frequently, and large files. Nothing like major importance. Anything important, I have also uploaded to my Google Drive for backup. I've thought about doing an in-home NAS or in-home cloud drive. I have a backup laptop I can do that with. I think about it and then I'm like, like a lot of work. And I don't really necessarily need it. I'm fine playing Google $20 a year to store my files. They want to look at my pictures I have, feel free. I have nothing in there that super. Alright, we're under 11, so landing lights are coming on. Okay. Getting our regional approach now, which is good news. Approach, SkyWest 510, 10,000, descending 4,000 for the ILS 36 left approach. What's going to happen here is going to vector me elsewhere. Sometimes when I do that, it does.
SkyWest 510 regional approach. Descend and maintain 6,000. Turn right heading 155 vectors for the ILS runway 36 left approach.
Which is fine, because I don't know what the hell is.
510 regional approach, descend and maintain 4,000, turn left heading 195.
Left 195, descending to 4,000, SkyWest 510. 195. I don't know what this approach was.
Departure Endeavour 5610 requesting higher.
OR 5610, climb
Drop
and
down
maintain
here.
6,000.
I'm going to go to speed control as well. We'll go down to 210. Limits at 36, so that's all fine. Okay, all looking good. Vector us back around. And all should be. See that, and then things don't go well. Awfully quiet in the SAYINTENTIONS. Alright, almost on 195. Let's see, is it going to vector us probably over to here? I guess. Yeah, people are crazy doing those long flights. There's no way. No way I'd be able to do that. Dallas had photogrammetry. Oh, looks like a cutoff. I don't know. This might not be down. This might be what, Fort Worth? Okay, so it cuts off there. Yeah, for me, I personally like flights that are under an hour. Under an hour.
SkyWest 510, sorry about that. Descend and maintain 6,000, turn right, heading 220 vectors for the ILS runway 36 left approach.
I think SAYINTENTIONS
510, descend and maintain 4,000, turn right, heading 230.
might have lost his marbles. Descend 4,000, right heading 230, SkyWest 510. I think it's a little kooky right now. I think it's vectoring us for up here. I don't know what it looks like. That's what's on the cards. Allen? I think it's vectoring us to Allen. In for the approach. Yeah, they just had the cross the pond for VAT sim, and like some of these pilots are flying for 10+ hours. Like, no, they're flying at 8 in the morning. You're not done till 6. It's like a full-time job. No, no. I'm also a streamer where I don't like to eat while I stream. I think it's not very professional. You don't come to streams for professionalism, of course, but I just don't think it's fair. I'll watch people while I'm eating, but I won't eat while I stream. I try to find the best time that I can stream where I'm not hungry, and I'm not going to be hungry during that time. So what is SAYINTENTIONS watching Air Cloud 95? Never watched them before. SAYINTENTIONS is ATC program. ATC, I want to show you here, but I can't. I'm afraid to bring this over, but what happens? This is SAYINTENTIONs.
SkyWest 510, miles from Char. Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 left approach.
Alright, we're cleared down there, and turn heading 0. I'll respond to them momentarily. Alright. Right heading 300, descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, SkyWest 510. Alright, so we're clear to Char, which 1,000, that's looking good. We're at a good altitude as well. Hop on localizer. See if that can get captured. Yeah, so this is SAYINTENTIONS. It's an AI-driven ATC. So the voices you're hearing, that's ATC. I'm talking to it with my own voice. Super cool.
Departure, Papa Tango, India Mike. Was our readback of our IFR clearance correct?
The voice you're hearing now, that was a real person also flying in SAYINTENTIONS, talking to the AI. Alright, localizer's been captured, all looking good. Okay, so outside of the actual navigation issue...
8er 87 Tampa approach, looks like we're off course, let's get back on track. Turn right heading 050 vectors for the ILS runway 19er left approach.
That Phoenix did, or Navigraph, I guess. Oh, SimBrief, but this is the same thing. Outside of that,
87 Tampa approach.
Everything worked out pretty good.
Turn left heading 305.
Why are we not descending?
Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 19er left approach.
Alright, and low ILS, and approach, armed, okay, all good. Okay, glide slope's been captured as well. And, oh, fast, slow down, I know, I saw that. Working on it. Stop talking to me. Increase our speed. And performance. Next phase. 141.
Hotel Tango is cleared to French Ready Airport.
I'm gonna do 145.
Then as filed, climb and maintain 4,000. Expect 7,000 at 10 minutes after departure.
Get that speed
Departure
drop.
135.275.
Alright, again, on exit, we're going to exit to the right. Oh, 1 or 2 would be amazed if it's any sooner than that. Alright, we can bring up that brake a little bit. Got another launch of flaps. You're coming down, that should help with the drag. Yep.
And Spain approach coming in runway 20, currently on downwind.
Brakes up.
Left base
Or spoilers down, sorry.
5 Kilo Yankee.
Flaps down. Cool. Okay, we're set. All looking good. We have a crosswind of about, it's gusting up to 10.
SkyWest 510, contact tower on 124.15.
Pushing this transfer really fast. 12415. Let's get on over there. Tower, SkyWest 510 on final runway 36 left. Should get clearance momentarily.
SkyWest 510 Dallas Tower, winds 290 at 9er, runway 36 left, clear to land.
Runway 36 left, clear to land, SkyWest 510. I actually forgot we didn't even get clearance to land. We just got clearance for the localizer. And there's a wonderful stutter we're going to get in flight sim. Alright, so we got our clearance to land. All's looking good. I'm going to let this plane just kind of bring itself down a bit more. Then I'll take off AP. 1,000 call. I'm still not great landing this plane. Apparently it also likes to float more than it does in real life. Alright, AP's off, my aircraft. Silence. Silence. Alright. A little low now, based on the, what's it called? Can't think of my words right now, I'm too focused on landing. The ILS navigation. Happy's showing we're also a little low. Got 3 red, 1 white.
500.
Okay, 2 white, 2 red, all good. Oh, low again. Like, oh, whoa, whoa, calm yourself down. Okay, better. Okay, that looks good.
Minimum.
I don't have reversers working because my Bravo broke. So we just have brakes. I'm landing.
100.
Alright, auto throttle off. Throttle's at idle.
Gate Alpha 12.
Float a little bit.
5.
Okay, down on the ground. I'll try reverse. Oh, no reverse. Add a little brake.
Good afternoon, Tower Victor 67, holding short runway 10
Flaps up.
right, ready for takeoff.
Brit Air 67, Polkovo Tower, winds calm, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
And Echo 2 is our exit.
SkyWest 510, welcome to Dallas. Contact ground on 131.8.
131 and an 8. Dallas, good afternoon. SkyWest 510 at Echo 2. Would like to taxi to the terminal. Right, let's see what it gives us. If it's gonna work, it's going to be Echo 2, Kilo.
SkyWest 510 Dallas, ground taxi to terminal at your discretion. Have a good day.
Something's goofy at Dallas, too. That's unfortunate. I do know the taxiways are programmed correctly here. I looked at that earlier this morning when I was doing the stream. But would have been Whiskey here. Over to Golf, I guess that is. Sure. Would have held short here and then would have continued over to whatever's coming up here. Echo? No, Foxtrot. No, nope. Actually, continue still. Golf, yeah. So there's golf up here. So this will be the one and only flight I do for this stream. It's almost 1 p.m. Central Time here, and I have to eat lunch. I am starting to get hungry after talking about food. But I do appreciate everyone coming in. Hopefully they'll fix the in-game panel for Say Intentions, so I can have that rolling for tomorrow's stream. Where are we taxiing to? Go up over. But all worked extremely well with Say Intentions, right? I think it worked well. The taxiing, leaving Lake, what is it called? What's it called? Lake Charles? Lake Charles was fantastic. It was spot on. Departure was fine. The cruising was fine. The approach was fine. The only issue that seemed to happen was FMC, the McDo, whatever. It was programmed incorrectly based on what SimBrief gave it, I think. But other than that, it was a really good flight. You know, the taxi at your discretion is an issue with that they're working at. I would expect it to be fixed within the next day or two. Probably today, honestly. They're so quick on fixing things over at Say Intentions. DQ, thanks for coming in again. Probably going to stream again around the same time tomorrow. Maybe a little earlier. Yeah, probably an hour or two early. That's typically when I do. But again, thanks everyone for coming on in. Thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that subscription if you have an opportunity. And we'll see you for the next stream. Take care.